starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
You try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners.
I keep everything right here.
Why is Hollywood staying so quiet after Diddy's arrest? Could some big names be the next on the chopping block? The feds are making it clear that Diddy wasn't acting alone, and the silence from his A-list buddies is raising eyebrows. So, why are all these celebrities keeping quiet after Diddy's arrest? Well, let's just say it's not some everyday Hollywood scandal. It goes way deeper than most people even realize. The authorities have made it crystal clear that Diddy wasn't acting solo in his alleged crimes, and now everyone's wondering which big names are next. This whole investigation is still ongoing, which means that there could be more arrests on the horizon. And when the Southern District of New York gets involved, they're not messing around. They're pretty selective about which cases they take on, so if you're going after Diddy, you can bet they've got a mountain of evidence to back it up. But the real question everyone's asking is, who else is tied up in this mess? Celebrities have been rubbing shoulders with Diddy for decades, but are some of them complicit in his alleged wrongdoings? That's where things get really murky, especially when you start looking into the infamous freak-off parties that have been whispered about for years. Now, not every Diddy party was wild, but the ones that were, let's just say they've left a trail of breadcrumbs that's pretty hard to ignore. For years, Diddy's been known for throwing his legendary white parties, which on the surface seemed like glamorous star-studded events. Celebrities, socialites, and even everyday people who bought tickets could attend. But once the official party was over and the kids were sent home, things apparently took a much darker turn. Behind closed doors, after-hour parties allegedly became something far more disturbing, with select guests being pulled into some seriously shady activities. And these weren't just random nobodies attending these freak-offs. Hollywood's biggest names were there too, but for the most part, they've stayed quiet, never speaking up about what they may have seen or participated in. So, why are all these A-listers staying so tight-lipped? Well, for starters, Diddy wasn't just another celebrity, he had power. When someone like Diddy is at the center of a storm, speaking out could mean risking your career, your reputation, and in some cases, maybe even your life. It's not hard to see why some people may be afraid to say anything, especially if they were in his inner circle. One of the wildest parts of all of this is how long Diddy has managed to maintain this public persona of being a fun-loving, family-focused guy. He's been painted as a mentor to younger artists, helping them rise to fame, while showing off his dad's side, worrying about his daughter's dating. But that image was carefully crafted by PR teams, distancing him from his violent past and the darker aspects of his life. It's not just the current lawsuits piling up. Diddy's name has been connected to some seriously shady deaths over the years. For example, people who were working on tell-all books about Diddy seem to wind up dead or mysteriously incapacitated. There's his ex-wife Kim Porter, who tragically died from pneumonia, but rumors persist that her death may have been more sinister than it appeared. Some believe that Kim was poisoned, with claims that Diddy's former assistant, Jaguar Wright, has been talking about for years. And let's not forget the involvement of Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's longtime boyfriend, who was reportedly at the scene when Kim's body was found. It's a lot to take in, and the deeper you dig, the more connections start popping up between Diddy and other high-profile figures in Hollywood. The question now is, who's next? Diddy's connections in the entertainment world run deep, and it's hard to believe he was the only one involved in some of these alleged crimes. Celebrities who partied with Diddy or worked closely with him are now under the microscope, and the silence from so many of them is deafening. But with the feds digging into every corner of Diddy's life, it might not be long before others are implicated. So far, people like his son, Christian King Combs, have already been named in lawsuits, and there's speculation that other big names could be dragged into the fray before this is all over. What's especially fascinating is how many celebrities have come forward to say they have no idea about the darker side of Diddy's parties. Marlon Wayans, for example, mentioned that he never saw anything shady happening at Diddy's events, but even he admits that he might have left before things got weird. Actor Brandon T. Jackson echoed a similar sentiment, saying that Denzel Washington once advised him to leave Diddy's parties before the devil showed up. It's almost like there were two sides to these events: the public-facing, glamorous parties and the darker, more secretive freak-offs that only a select few were privy to. Tony Wilrich, an alleged partygoer known for his involvement in high-profile celebrity circles, claimed that he was recruited to attend Diddy's infamous freak-offs. Wilrich explained that although he didn't initially know the nature of these events, they were presented in a secretive and exclusive manner. According to Wilrich, Diddy himself would never directly reach out to potential participants. Instead, he would send intermediaries to maintain discretion, ensuring confidentiality. These freak-offs were notorious gatherings that allegedly mirrored the spirit of Atlanta's Freaknik Festival, but with an unsettling twist. While partygoers were initially led to believe that these were adult, consensual parties, emerging testimonies have painted a different, darker picture. In Diddy's 2024 indictment, witnesses described these events as more than just wild after-parties. Revelations about consent being completely disregarded have come to light, and the truth behind these ultra-kinky gatherings is now clearer. Raids on Diddy's homes in early 2024 uncovered disturbing evidence, including firearms, large quantities of personal lubricants, and recordings of these freak-offs, which often involved coercion. According to the indictment, participants were spiked with illicit substances, keeping them compliant during the events, which sometimes spanned several days. Diddy has long faced allegations of abuse, but recent federal charges reveal a far darker side: systematic human abuse. While some dismissed the prosecution as a targeted effort against a successful black man, the details paint a chilling picture of Diddy's control over his victims. Among the many lawsuits, one of the most shocking came from Alfredo P. Gonzalez, a member of the Sinaloa cartel who claimed Diddy requested help trafficking young boys and girls for a New York party in 2021. Alfredo refused, but the requests persisted, hinting at Diddy's willingness to engage in such illegal activities. This chilling account aligns with other accusations of Diddy's control over his victims. Federal prosecutors confirmed there were multiple victims, some as young as 9. Over 120 lawsuits have already been filed in Miami, Los Angeles, and New York. One high-profile survivor, Cassie, accused Diddy of and encounters. Evidence including video footage of Diddy chasing and has since surfaced, adding credibility to her claims. Diddy's abuse extended to monitoring and preventing victims from escaping. Victims like Joy Dickinson-Neal, Lisa Gardner, and Aurelia Graves have come forward with similar horrifying stories of physical control. What's even more troubling is that Diddy's alleged accomplices, including high-profile figures like Cuba Gooding Jr. and top executives, helped conceal his crimes. Since Diddy's arrest on September 16, 2024, the music industry has seen several surprising resignations. Just a day after his arrest, Kevin Liles, CEO of Warner Music's Elektra 300 Entertainment, stepped down after 20 years. On September 18th, Kaz Kobayashi, CEO of Warner Music Japan, also resigned without naming a successor. By September 19th, Randy Goodman, CEO of Sony Music Nashville, announced his retirement. The closeness of these events has raised questions about whether they are connected to Diddy's situation or it's just a coincidence. Social media quickly caught on, with many pointing out Diddy's connections to various celebrities. Steve Harvey, for instance, has been linked to Diddy through his daughter Lori, who Diddy once dated. While rumors about Harvey fleeing the country were false, the ties between them remain interesting. Usher, who was recruited by Diddy at a young age, has also been in the spotlight. Some allegations suggest that Usher may have been exploited by Diddy and later continued the cycle of abuse with Justin Bieber. Jaguar Wright, a former assistant to Diddy, has spoken about Usher's past experiences, adding fuel to these rumors. Meanwhile, Kim Porter, who died while reportedly working on a tell-all book, leaked emails hinted that the book contained shocking details about Diddy's relationships, including an alleged pregnancy with Mary J. Blige and a confrontation with Usher's mother. Jennifer Lopez, who dated Diddy in the late 1990s, has also been dragged into the conversation. A lawsuit claims that Diddy told someone Lopez brought a gun into a nightclub the night of the 1999 shooting involving Shine. Some are even speculating that Lopez's recent divorce from Ben Affleck might be tied to this ongoing investigation. Other celebrities, such as Ashton Kutcher, have faced scrutiny too. Kutcher, who co-hosted Diddy's White Party in 2009, has been seen interacting with underage girls on social media. While his team now claims Kutcher feels betrayed by Diddy, many are still suspicious of his involvement. LeBron James, Meek Mill, and 50 Cent are also in the spotlight due to their past associations with Diddy. Rumors even suggest that 50 Cent may have leaked tapes of Diddy and other celebrities to the FBI, though nothing solid has emerged yet. As this case continues, some think more people may resign or face legal trouble, and there's speculation that certain celebrities might testify against Diddy to secure immunity. It's possible that this scandal will expand, pulling more people into the spotlight as new information comes to light. Now, what do you think? Will more names pop up? Do drop your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll be back with another one pretty soon.